Hi, this is Pete May, co-founder of GreenBiz Group, and I'm excited today to be with Sarah Chapman. Sarah is the Global Chief Sustainability Officer for Manulife. Sarah, great to have you on studio this morning with GreenBiz.
Thanks, Pete. Great to be here.
Great. So I want to know just a little bit of background. You have a PhD in sustainability and CR. You worked in consulting at Deloitte. Tell us a little bit your story. How did you end up at Manulife as CSO?
Sure, Pete. So I've been in this space for a very long time. In fact, when I think about when I was doing my PhD, telling people at that time that I was doing a PhD in CSR, people said, oh, customer service representation, right? Because CSR, even at that time, was such an early term. Ultimately, have spent my career mainly overseas in Asia, a bit of time in Boston and back now in Toronto, and lead for Manulife our ESG strategy reporting and disclosure, which ultimately also means our climate change strategy, as well as our community investment and global sponsorship portfolio. And again, Manulife is a global life and health insurance company, as well as one of the largest money managers in the world, and operates under John Hancock in the U.S.
Yeah, that's great. So tell me, I know one theme for you that's been really important has been shared value. This is a term that's been out for some time. There's a Harvard Business Review article, 10, 11 years ago on that. So refresh us a little bit on, I know companies like Nestle, who I just saw last week in Europe, have used this. Tell us a little bit give us an update on shared value, how it dovetails with concepts like double materiality now. Give us an update on shared value and why it's important for Manulife.
So ultimately, Pete, shared value is about finding the economic value in addressing social and environmental issues. And, as we think about this proliferation of the focus of ESG, often we think about it from a risk mitigation lens, but what we need to be doing is also thinking about the value side, the value creation and the opportunities that come with the renewed focus in ESG. So for us at Manulife, there's a natural alignment between consumer health and longevity as a life and health insurance company, and the goals obviously of our company and our industry. And after all, that's fundamentally because longer, healthier lives are in everyone's best interest. Individuals who live longer support the financial goals of life insurers, and society benefits as well, of course. So we recognized it was time to create a new solution because ultimately individuals' health is at risk, predominantly so right now. And we are all about empowering consumers to make simple lifestyle choices that can actually help reverse those chronic health conditions through actually rewarding and incentivizing those everyday steps that they take to stay healthy. So our vitality is really a shared value insurance business model that's grounded in behavioral economics and incentivizes people to make those healthier choices with premium savings and brand name rewards and discounts. So ultimately, it's that sort of, old adage of the win-win-win, right? Society wins, our consumers win, and obviously, Manulife as an organization wins. So, increasingly important to find those opportunities.
Yeah, and we have, listening in on GreenBiz Studio, we have companies of all types, all sectors. What do you think are the lessons that they can learn from how to apply shared value? Let's say they're not exactly in the insurance space.
Yeah, I mean, fundamentally, the principles behind shared value are about thinking about the assets of a business. What is it that you do through your business, and how do you use your business to drive social and environmental positive impact or mitigate the negative in a way that's going to drive growth for your business, open up perhaps new opportunities with a different customer segment. So it's really about that business lens through which we look at, how we can drive social and environmental impact, but again, through a business value creation lens.
Yeah, that's great. So last question, shared value, as I mentioned, it's been around 10 years, starting to get applied. what do you see if we're having a shared value conversation 10 years from now? What does it look like? What's the benefit to society and companies of increased focus on shared value?
So I think there's two pieces. One is about scale. We need to significantly scale the shared value opportunities that are out there. There are pockets where businesses are, demonstrating shared value, through investments in like renewable energy that have had great returns for the business, but also good for the environment. But there are significant need to scale those opportunities in order for us to properly address the issues that we're facing as a society right now. The second aspect of it is data. So the importance of good data to that is decision useful, in that how do we actually use that data to make decisions. And right now, there's a lot of regulation changes that are coming with the SEC in Canada, OSFI, and others that are going to drive better disclosure and therefore data for companies to be able to make informed decisions, that will both, drive that social and environmental impact, but also the financial and economic value impact as well.
Yeah, well, that's great. Well, this has really been great to get the update on shared value and how it's applied for Manulife and how it can be applied for companies of all sorts. Sarah Chapman, thanks for joining us this morning on GreenBiz Studio.
Thanks so much, Pete.